Have you ever felt like your emotions are running the show, leaving you feeling out of control? Like no matter how hard you try, anger, stress, or anxiety seem to take over. What if I told you that it doesn't have to be this way? What if you could learn to master your emotions, respond calmly to whatever life throws at you, and make clear-headed decisions in even the most challenging moments? In this video, I'm going to share 15 powerful lessons that will teach you how to take charge of your emotions based on ancient Stoic philosophy and modern psychological techniques. These aren't just theories. They're practical tools you can start using today. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and confidence to handle your emotions no matter the situation. Ready to begin? Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Understand the role of emotions. Emotions are natural, powerful forces that have evolved to guide us through life. They serve as signals. Anger tells us when something feels unfair, fear warns us of potential danger, and happiness rewards behaviors that benefit us. But while emotions can be helpful, they can also mislead us when left unchecked. This is why understanding their role is crucial. The ancient Stoics believed that emotions were neither good nor bad in themselves. They're simply information, and how we choose to interpret and act on that information is what matters. Once we see emotions as tools rather than commands, we can begin to make more conscious decisions rather than being swept away by whatever we're feeling at the moment. Lesson 2. Separate what you can control. Imagine waking up tomorrow and every problem that's out of your control no longer weighs you down. This is one of the core principles of Stoicism. Understanding what you can control and letting go of what you can't. You can't control other people's actions, the weather, or the economy, but you can control your responses, your thoughts, and your effort. By focusing only on what's within your power, you'll stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your reach, and as a result, your emotional resilience will grow. Take a moment to reflect on something you've been stressed about recently. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If not, what can I do to let go of it? Lesson 3. The power of perspective. Often, it's not the situation itself that causes us emotional turmoil, it's how we perceive it. This is the essence of perspective. Two people can experience the exact same event and walk away with completely different emotions based on how they interpret what happened. The Stoics believed that by changing our perspective, we change our reality. When faced with challenges, rather than seeing them as insurmountable obstacles, see them as opportunities for growth. Every difficulty is a chance to strengthen your character. Think about a recent challenge you faced. How could you view it differently, as a lesson or opportunity rather than something negative? Lesson 4. Practice emotional distancing. When emotions run high, it's easy to get caught up in them. But there's a powerful technique that can help you regain control: emotional distancing. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back and observe your emotions as if you were an outsider looking in. Imagine you're watching someone else go through the same situation. What advice would you give them? This practice helps you gain perspective and respond with clarity rather than being overwhelmed by emotion. Over time, you'll find that this habit creates a buffer between you and your emotional triggers, allowing for more thoughtful and calm responses. Try this next time you're feeling overwhelmed. Pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, how would I advise a friend in this situation? Lesson 5. Embrace discomfort. Emotions like fear, anxiety, and frustration are uncomfortable, and our instinct is often to avoid them. But what if I told you that discomfort is one of your greatest teachers? Every time you lean into an uncomfortable emotion, you learn something about yourself, and you grow stronger. The Stoics believe that adversity reveals character. When you face discomfort, you build resilience and develop emotional fortitude. Instead of trying to avoid difficult emotions, embrace them as part of the human experience. They are temporary, and by facing them, you'll come out the other side stronger and more prepared for the next challenge. The next time you feel discomfort, remind yourself, this is an opportunity to grow. What can this feeling teach me? Lesson 6. Don't personalize everything. It's easy to take things personally when someone criticizes you or acts in a way that hurts you. But the truth is, most of the time, Other people's actions have little to do with you and everything to do with them. When we personalize everything, we make ourselves unnecessarily vulnerable to emotional pain. The Stoics taught that we should detach from other people's reactions because they're often a reflection of their own struggles, not a judgment on our worth. The next time someone's behavior upsets you, pause and ask yourself, is this really about me or is it more about them? Let go of the need to internalize every negative experience. Lesson 7. The importance of self-awareness. Mastering your emotions starts with knowing what you're feeling. Without self-awareness, you'll be at the mercy of your emotions because you won't even recognize when they're taking control. Developing self-awareness means tuning into your emotional state and being able to identify what you're feeling and why. Are you angry because of something that happened today? Or are you projecting past frustrations onto the present moment? By becoming more aware of your emotional patterns, you'll be able to address them head-on rather than letting them fester. Try this. The next time you feel a strong emotion, pause and ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling right now? Why do I feel this way? Lesson 8. Control your thoughts, control your emotions. Your thoughts are the seeds of your emotions. If you're constantly thinking negative, self-defeating thoughts, your emotions will reflect that. But if you train yourself to think constructively, your emotional state will improve. The Stoics believe that we are not disturbed by things, but by the view we take of them. If you believe that something is terrible, your emotions will follow. But if you see it as neutral or even positive, your emotions will shift. Pay attention to your thoughts throughout the day. Whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, consciously replace that thought with a more empowering one. Over time, you'll notice a shift in your emotional state. Lesson 9. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is one of the simplest and most effective ways to improve your emotional state. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, it becomes difficult to feel negative. The Stoics practiced negative visualization, where they imagined life without the things they loved, which made them appreciate those things more. By recognizing the value of what we have, we shift our focus away from dissatisfaction and toward fulfillment. Start a daily practice of gratitude. Each morning or evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. You'll find that over time, this simple habit creates a more positive emotional baseline. Lesson 10. Emotional resilience. Through reflection. Reflection is a powerful tool for emotional mastery. The Stoics practiced evening reflection, reviewing the day's events and considering how they handled their emotions. By reflecting on your day, you can identify emotional triggers, recognize patterns, and decide how you want to handle similar situations in the future. This builds emotional resilience because you're learning from every experience, good or bad. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to think about how you responded to the emotions you felt. What did you do well? What could you improve? Lesson 11. Use fear as fuel. Fear is often seen as an enemy, but it doesn't have to be. The Stoics believed that fear can be used as a motivator, a force that pushes us to act when we might otherwise be paralyzed. Instead of letting fear hold you back, see it as a signal that something important is at stake. Use that energy to prepare, to improve, to take action in the areas you can control. The next time you feel fear, ask yourself, how can I use this as fuel? What can I do right now to turn this fear into motivation? Lesson 12. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, and it's one of the most effective ways to gain control over your emotions. When you're mindful, you're able to observe your emotions without being swept away by them. Meditation is a tool that helps you develop mindfulness. By sitting quietly and focusing on your breath, you train your mind to remain calm and focused, even in the face of emotional turmoil. Try starting with just 5 minutes of meditation a day. Over time, you'll find that this practice not only reduces stress, but also gives you greater control over your emotional responses. Lesson 13. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment plays a huge role in your emotional state. If you're surrounded by negativity, whether it's from people, media, or your surroundings, you're more likely to feel stressed, anxious, or down. The Stoics valued community and relationships that uplifted them. Choose to spend time with people who bring out the best in you and minimize your exposure to negative influences. Take inventory of the people, media, and environments in your life. Are they contributing to your emotional health or detracting from it? Make adjustments where necessary. Lesson 14. Master the art of patience. Impatience is a common emotional challenge in today's fast-paced world. But patience is a critical skill for emotional mastery. It gives you the ability to wait without frustration, to tolerate delay without anger. The Stoics taught that everything has its season, and things often take time to unfold. By cultivating patience, you'll find that many of the frustrations you feel on a daily basis begin to disappear. The next time you feel impatience rising, remind yourself that everything has its timing. Breathe, and give it space to unfold. Lesson 15. Progress over perfection. Finally, remember that emotional mastery is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you handle your emotions perfectly, and days when you don't. What matters is that you keep progressing. The Stoics believed in the concept of continuous improvement. Each day is an opportunity to become a little better than you were yesterday. Don't strive for perfection, strive for progress. Celebrate the small wins and be kind to yourself when you fall short. Emotional mastery takes time, but every step you take brings you closer to the calm, centered person you want to be. In conclusion, emotional mastery isn't about suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist. It's about understanding them, learning from them, and responding in a way that aligns with your values and goals. The 15 lessons we've covered today offer you a roadmap. By practicing these techniques consistently, you'll gain more control over your emotions and, as a result, more control over your life. Remember, you are in charge of your inner world. Start mastering your emotions today and watch as your outer world transforms. Thank you for watching. If you found these lessons helpful, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on personal growth and emotional mastery. See you in the next video.